And so I got another one. This would be the Eagle's Heart. You can see it is the same size as the Freeze B, which I still think sounds pretty darn fantastic. So something about the Eagle's Heart that I'd like to make mention of. It's supposed to sound like an Ingle Savage 120 or something like that. And to me, it sounds remarkably like a rig that I used to own about 20 years ago, which was a Hafler T3 going through a valve state power section, like a VS 120, 120, that is. And the tones are extremely similar. Oh, and a Park cabinet of all things. But yeah, the tone that I'm getting out of this is extremely similar. There's a certain roundness to the sound that's just very nice. Now, as before, got a Sonic Ambience from Sonic Cake, which is the reverb and echo running through it. But I have no distortion pedal, no nothing going on it. This is a volume of 1. And we'll make that a little bit higher. So, to illustrate for Jeremy's purposes, oh yeah, it's a little noisy, I have to say. This one's noisier than the Hotone, but I do not have any kind of noise gate on it. Just use your volume control. That's about all you can do. But sound-wise, though, the tone that I have it set on right now, I've got the bass, about 6, the mid, about 4, the treble would be just a hair over 5. The gain is maxed out, and of course I turned the volume to 2. But the sound that I'm getting out of these two Eminence speakers, which is a Man-O-War and a Governor, by the way, I have a 212 here, and parallel, they're 8 ohms. So the sound I'm getting is... Let's try that again. So the sound I'm getting is very similar to what I was getting back in the Fowl. It's very round. It's got this hefty punchiness to it. Yeah, it's not a modern distortion. Absolutely not. You've got 80s and early 90s tones pretty well written all over this. You could probably, I mean, if I tune down, do a D thing. I mean, your mileage may vary depending on the speakers that you got, but let's go ahead and turn everything to 5, which we're pretty close to anyway. Gain included, and I'll turn that volume up to 3. And this is the kind of sounds we're getting. Just PAF style pickups, by the way, and my mahogany body guitar with a tone block sort of thing in there, maple. Where did the volume go? I love it when your guitar cable comes out just a little bit. mid all the way down. Same everything else. Ooh, that's cute. I have to turn the volume up to hear it though. It just doesn't sound right to me, but I like the mids. A little bit higher. Back on 4, treble probably at 7, and the gain at 3. Yeah. It's close, huh? It ain't perfect, but not bad. Again, I think low tuning is where this kind of belongs. And I can't play today. Fun times. Let's give it a little more beans, a little more bass. And the delay has been off this whole time. So, anyway, this is where, again, to Jeremy, I was talking about hearing this sound and thinking to myself, wow, that sounds really familiar. And let me turn the volume down just a hair again. I'm getting on I mean, the tonal similarities are really there. That whole there's just a punch to it that doesn't exist in a lot of other kind of modern sounding amps. It's a rounder sound. Volume, bring the high end down a bit. overdo it with the highs, so do be careful with that. In fact, I say back the highs off just a little bit more. Kind of weird. It's not really the typical scoop thing. It's bass up, treble down, mid centered, and there's just a really nice. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, something like that. It's a different sounding thing. I don't know. It may not be to your liking unless you're more of the classic European amp-styled person. I dig the shit out of it, personally. It's got a really, really, for me, it's a whimsical sound. It feels and acts like my old amp setup. And so I'm just digging the crap out of it. In fact, my personal preference for this, on lead tone especially, I kind of like it better than the Freeze B. Seems to be much more volume sensitive compared to the Freeze B. It may just be me, but it seems to be a little more volume sensitive when it comes down to if you turn up one of the EQ section bits or down, you will gain or lose volume according to how many decibels you've boosted that. Might be an active gain section. It would make sense if it was, which would probably affect that. But, I'm just letting you know, for a living room amp, I haven't turned up above 3 here, and, well, I'll be darned, it's pretty loud. It's 5 watts, just like the Freeze B, but it seems louder than the Freeze B. I don't know. I'm just letting you all know that I think it's pretty spectacular what these guys are doing over there, and I can, as far as I'm concerned, the next one I'm probably going to pop on is the Vulcan 5.0. You got a lot of people saying, oh, it's not as great, blah, blah, blah. But I got to tell you, as long as these guys are popping out little 5 watters like this, you got a buyer in me. The Joyo thing, they're more than twice the price. I'd love to try out their Firebrand. I'd love to try out their Orange, and I'd love to try out their Vivo. But I mean, I just love to try them out. I bought the Zombie. The Zombie's freaking great. If not, it's kind of extra. There's some extra honk to it. It's definitely a low tune friendly amp. That's my cat Rumbles. 17-year-old man right there. He's a very good boy. Yes, he is. So anyway, I guess bottom line is they're really good. I would buy one. I already bought 2. I mean, what else can I tell you? I'm by no means endorsed by this company. Can I get a clean tone out of this? Yeah, actually, I suppose. We already had the gain on 3 before, and it was still pretty chunky. So I have a gain on 2 now. And it's not really meant, it's not a dual channel amp. It's 1 channel. Let's, yep, gains at 0. You get a crispy tone, but you cannot get a clean sound. Let me put this stuff back to where I had it before. There we go. Gain all the way crunching there. Crazy time. It's the gain at full by the Hotone. that's enough for today. Peace out. Be well. All that other kind of good stuff. God fucking speed. Blah, blah, blah. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.